Hey guys, so if you're like one of the 5 people that I keep in contact with on a regular basis, then you'll know that I recently made my own chocolate and cheese belt for a Ween cover band that I went to see over the weekend. But a lot of you really liked it, so I figured I'd go ahead and make my own tutorial video, so you can also make your own chocolate and cheese belt. Just a heads up, this tutorial was super improvised. I didn't take as many pictures through the process as I should have, and I don't have a lot of exact measurements, so just bear with me. But if I can make it, you can make it too, so don't sweat it. So this is everything that I used to make my belt. You'll notice that the Boognish belt buckle isn't present in this picture, and that's because I didn't make it myself. I had it 3D printed at a shop near me, but if you have a 3D printer at home, you can just print it from there. And I'll talk more about the 3D printing process in a little bit. But what you're going to need for this is 1/3 of a yard of blue satin fabric, 1/3 of a yard of white felt fabric, 1 red felt sheet, 1 nylon clip belt, 1 roll of EVA foam, iron-on letters that spell Ween, a pair of scissors that's strong enough to cut through your fabric, E6000 glue, and general purpose 45 spray adhesive. All in all, it'll cost you around 50 bucks. So the first thing you're going to want to do is cut a strip of foam that's long enough to cover the belt. I made mine 5 by 31 inches to fit my waist, but you can tweak the measurements to make it fit yourself. You're also going to want to cut slits into the end of the foam so you can slide both ends of the belt through it like this. Next, you're going to want to cut a piece of satin fabric that's long enough to cover the foam. You'll also want to spray that adhesive onto the foam to keep the satin in place, and wait a couple seconds for the adhesive to get slightly tacky before you put the satin on. That'll just make sure that it actually sticks. Next, you're going to want to cut 2 2 by 31 inch long strands of white felt fabric to cover the ends of the belt, like in here. You're going to want to use that E6000 glue for that. And you'll also want to cut a 4 by 28 piece of fabric for the middle of the belt. You can round up the ends with scissors like I did here. So for the Boognish belt buckle, I found a 3D printable file online and just had that printed at a shop near me. This is the file that I used. I'll link it in the description below. And this is the picture that the shop sent me. You'll notice that his eyes aren't connected to his body, but I didn't have a problem with that. I just glued everything together. So once you've got your Boognish printed out, you're going to want to use that red felt square and leftover foam for the belt buckle piece. I used round Tupperwares to trace the circular shapes for my belt buckle. And as you can see here, the Boognish piece is a little smaller than it is on the album cover. I had mine printed out at 5 by 5 inches, but if you'd like yours bigger, then go with 10 by 10 inches instead. And once you have all your pieces together, you're going to want to glue that together with E6000. And once that dries, you're going to want to glue that to the front of your belt like this. And while that's drying, you're going to want to glue your letters to your belt. You're also going to want to find those slits that you made in the foam earlier and recut them so you can loop the belt through it. And then there you have it, your own chocolate and cheese belt. Here's what mine looked like when it was finished, in my cat for scale. And this is what it'll look like when you're wearing it. See how cool it is? You're going to be as cool as I am when you have that belt on, dude. It's going to be so awesome. But if you have any questions or comments, just leave them below and I'll get back to you. But other than that, stay brown.